Okay, you have a goal to write a book, but what's happening is you are struggling with self-belief around your ability to write that book, and also you're having issues with discipline. So today I want to share a story that is really going to help you achieve that goal. Let's dive in. Today's story is about the key to your front door. So here it is, you've got the key to your front door, you walk up to where you live, you put the key in the door and the key doesn't work. What do you do next? So you might try again because you're like, oh, hang on, that's strange. This key has always worked, but right now it's not working. Like, oh, did I put the wrong key in? Or like, did I put the key in the wrong way? Like maybe I pushed it in too much. So you're going to try, you're going to wiggle it around because it's your house, right? It's your front door key. It's where you live. So take that story, and we're going to go further into that story, and then alongside it, think about this goal that you have to write a book. And it's the same. The goal that you have to write a book is the same as your home. You live there. It belongs to you. It's your home. It's your right to be in that space. But what tends to happen when we have that goal to write a book, when that key doesn't work, we kind of go, oh, maybe this house doesn't belong to me after all. And maybe I don't have a right to live here. Like maybe I was living here for a couple of weeks, but maybe that was a fluke. So I better just go head on down to the park and start sleeping on the park bench instead. So that's what often happens with that goal to write a book. Like maybe we did live there for a bit. Maybe we were writing that book for a few months, or maybe even a year, or maybe even a few years. But it started to get hard. The key no longer worked. And so we gave up because we didn't fully believe that we lived there. We didn't fully believe that that book was destined for us, that book belongs to us. So I really want for you to imagine, what if you saw that goal of writing a book as the home that is yours? Like you really saw yourself living there. You really saw your book as something that belongs to you, something that you have a right to own, to possess, to enjoy, to dwell within. And when those challenges come, those challenges of discipline or those concerns around self-belief, just pause in that moment and be like, where am I with my keys? Have I got to the point where I'm trying the key in the front door, but I've immediately given up? So let's go back to the story. It's your home. You're trying the key in the front door, but it doesn't work. What are you going to say to yourself? You're like, hang on a second, like, this is my house. Like, how come the key isn't working? You're not going to immediately come to the conclusion of like, oh, well, I guess this house no longer belongs to me. You're going to be like, oh, well, maybe something's gone wrong with the lock. Maybe I need to get the lock fixed. Maybe I need to go round to my neighbour's house and ask them to borrow a ladder because I remember I've left a window open in the bedroom. Maybe I need to call a locksmith, and maybe I need to get the locksmith to come out and have a look at things. Maybe I need to get a new key cut. Maybe I need to get a bulldozer and literally bulldoze down my front door. So we take all of those elements of that story, like that's really showing someone who's absolutely committed to get into the house that they own. And we transplant that and we start to look at how you're doing that within the context of writing a book, within the context of believing your abilities, within the context of your discipline. So it might be, if your discipline is really flagging, you need to phone the locksmith, i.e. perhaps you need to have a conversation with a coach, or perhaps you need to have a conversation with a writing friend, or perhaps you need to enroll in a workshop. The idea that you need to go round to your neighbour's house and ask to borrow a ladder, that might mean that you need to reach out to someone and say, will you be my accountability buddy? Like, I'm struggling to get into my house right now. I need someone by my side. Perhaps the ladder represents that you sign up to a program that every month is going to give you the ladder support you need to get in that window so that you can get back into your house. house. So rather than take the lack of discipline or the lack of self-belief as proof that your house doesn't belong to you, you're thinking, wait, if I was struggling to get into my house right now, what would I do? And to be honest, my friends, it's that next level of thinking that is really preventing people from achieving that goal. And it's preventing people from believing in themselves because they're not reaching out, or they're not looking for the kind of support or the kind of tools that are going to enable them to get into their house. For me, that's why I started the Write No Matter What community, because I wanted to be that locksmith or that ladder or that neighbor or that key cutter that was going to enable a writer like you to get into your house, to have that book achieved, to really make sure that the goal of being a successful full-time writer is something that you finally bring into reality. So if you like the sound of that Write No Matter What community and you really want to make sure that this is the year that you achieve that goal, then you might want to come and join us. There's a free version, there's a paid version, so you can really make sure that you find the level in the community that's really going to work for you right now. Do you need a locksmith? Do you need that ladder? Do you need that bulldozer? So you'll find out more about the community in the link that we share below in the pinned comment. And as I'm talking about comments, if you've got questions, excuse me, if you've got questions, then leave the questions below. I really love it when people have insights or they want to go deeper with a particular point that I'm making. I make sure that every week I get back to everyone's questions personally. I really love diving into the dialogue that happens in the chat on this channel. So do feel free to share or ask anything that's come up. And in the meantime, enjoy the process of getting into your house. Enjoy the process of unlocking your front door. I'm here if you need me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.